You feel that there are so many things for you to do. There are many things that you feel that is left undone. You're feeling guilty. You want to do it, but at the same time, for some reason, you're constantly procrastinating, giving reasons, perfectly logical, reasonable reasons to avoid doing it. Why? And how do you actually overcome that? So I'm going to handle this question here today. But before that, if you like this topic, like or comment something, and so that I can know that you guys are actually watching. If you're watching over YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and so you can get notifications to get more of this cool information. Okay, so how do you overcome procrastination? I will take you guys through a simple process, and the same process that I take my clients through, the same process that I take myself through. I want you to understand, first and foremost, that procrastination may sound like something that takes a long time, right? It's like, okay, I delay this today, I delay this another day, I delay this another day, another day, another day. But procrastination actually does not happen over a length of time. It happens over a very short moment in time, in a sense where it is in the moments where you need to take action, something has happened deep inside your mind, that made you want to, okay, I want to do something else right now. In other words, it's a compulsion. It is not a delay. Procrastination is not a delay. It is a compulsion. A compulsion to do what? A compulsion to do what you prefer rather than what you need to do. Okay, so just now I talk about taking you guys through a certain process. I'm going to take you guys through a certain process now. So I want you to think back onto the last time you had procrastination. The very last time you had a procrastination. Okay, hold that thought in your mind. All right, I hope you're doing this with me. Hold it in your mind. Recall right now. Hold it in your mind. Hold it strongly. I want you to try to slow down your time. Slow down the time. Do it now. Slow it down. One thought lead to another, but I want you to slow down the thought. I don't want to ask you to stop the thought, just slow down. Notice that essentially the only reason why you procrastinate is because you don't really want to do the task. I will let you digest that. Have you digested it? Notice that that's the case. The reason why you procrastinate is because at that moment in time, you didn't want to do the task. Now, there are reasons why you don't feel like doing the task. Maybe it is not something that you like. Maybe it is something that you dislike. Maybe it's something that makes you feel as though maybe you feel as though you had to do it rather than because you want to do it. Regardless of what the reason is, there is a reason. Okay, that's the most important thing for you to understand. And most of the time, if you really look at it, the reasons are not really logical. They're emotional in nature. It is a compulsion. It is kind of one of those things where it's like, if you are not aware, if you're not conscious about something, the decision is already made. So the solution here is not to, the solution here isn't about, okay, let me tahan and let me just do it. That's actually the worst thing you can do when it comes to procrastination. What you need to do in those situations is actually to slow down and investigate why. Slow down and really ask yourself, why don't I want to do this task? So what is preventing this from happening, however, is busyness. That is what's preventing this. It's like, yeah, I need to get this done. I got no more time. I'm in a rush. I'm in a hurry. I got no time to slow down. I need to go full force, 100%. But it is this very same attitude that makes you not want to stop. It makes you not want to slow down. And because you cannot slow down, the answer as to why you don't really want to do it does not come to the surface. And because the answer does not come to the surface, you have no chance of resolving the problem. And here's where the mind does something else. Because the mind recognizes that it is a problem, and the mind recognizes you don't really want to solve the problem. I'm putting it in that sense, okay? Just don't get me wrong here. The mind doesn't really want to solve the problem, and the mind recognizes that. But at the same time, the mind does not want to own that choice. The mind is a victim. It is like a little kid. It doesn't really want to be responsible. So what does it do? It allows itself to get distracted. It allows itself to get distracted by YouTube, by novels, by Netflix, by porn, right? By alcohol, or by food, by conversations with friends, by entertainment, by playing with a fidget spinner, or so on and so forth. It distracts itself using all kinds of strategies and all kinds of varieties of ways to prevent itself from acknowledging the fact that it chose to ignore a problem. The problem what again? The problem of not wanting to confront why you don't want to do something. So the solution to procrastination is actually very simple. Again, what do we cover? Number one, procrastination is not a lengthy process. Procrastination happens in the moment. It is many small decisions to not do something that led to what we refer to as procrastination. That's number one. Number two, procrastination is when we chose not to be responsible about certain facets. And so what do? We allow ourselves to become distracted. So this is the reason why this whole journaling process is such an important thing. This is the reason why. Because if your thoughts in your mind are disorganized, what happens is that you will never even notice that you have procrastinated. And if you notice you procrastinated, you will not own the procrastination. And even if you own the procrastination, I'm procrastinating, it's the mind's compulsion is too strong. So you got to train the intellect's ability to help the mind unpack and unravel this issue. So what do we do here? The first thing, if you notice, the first thing that we do in the live journaling session is we talk about our feelings, because thoughts come from emotions. When you feel better, your thoughts become better, right? When you feel better, your thoughts become better. Some coaches will be like, no, Felix, I disagree. It's okay. But when you feel better, your thoughts become better. So that is the reason why we start with feelings. We want to let it go. After we let it go, then we go into, what was the next one? We go into the intention. We remind ourselves, right? We remind ourselves, what are we fighting for? Why are we fighting for? And then after that, once we remind ourselves that, what we do is that we write down a thank you note, a form of gratitude to ourselves from our future self, followed by our daily intention. What is it that we wish to accomplish today? Today, right? Then followed by the legacy task, which is how can we make more time, etc. And then followed by the question. So you see, all of this process trains your mind to be able to organize itself. It trains your mind to be able to keep itself in order, because whatever it is that you think of most of the time, that's going to show up in your life. It is the whatever you have right now is the literal manifestation of what your thoughts hold the most. Okay, what kind of thoughts happens the most? If you constantly place a lot of value on why are people out to hurt me, why are people out to get me, why are there so much evil in the world, why are there so much conspiracy in the world, then your world in your mind is going to be exactly the same. You're going to be filled with all of those things. But if your mind is constantly filled with thoughts of how can I do better? How can I be more productive? How can I be smarter? How can I train my intellect? How to, right? When you're focusing on positive things, so to speak, you're going to get a lot of positive results. Okay? So that is my answer to how to overcome procrastination. Hope that helps. If it helps, please drop a like. Please let me know. Comment something so that I know. And I'm always ready for more questions. You can PM me. You can write down your question in the comment. Whatever it is, if there's something bothering you about life, if there's something bothering you and you really wish to solve it, I would like to do my best to help you overcome that. But I can only do that if you say something, tell me, share with me problems, issues, challenges. And for now, we're going to move on to life journaling. So bring your journal out. Yesterday, I have finished recording the guided journaling process. However, it was way too long because it was so awesome. So what I need to do is I need to split it into even further parts. I need to cut out about 25% of it. Yesterday's one was like almost 30 minutes. I don't think people would have so much patience. I need to cut it out by at least half. Once I do that, I will find the proper suitable music for it, and then I will upload it over here while we're doing this. All right. But in the meantime, you're gonna have to settle for this manual way. So pull out your journal, open to a blank new page. First things first, we're gonna write down today's date, 14/10/20. Today is Thursday. Oh, it's a Wednesday. Okay, cool. Yay. Now, once this is done, we're gonna write down. This next process is both serves as a reminder of what you're working for, and also it serves as a note of gratitude. It's an extremely powerful process. Do not underestimate this, okay? So I want you to think yourself, your future self. I want you to think of yourself a year from now, or 2 years from now, somewhere down in the future. Just pick a point, any point, okay? This is the you that has accomplished or achieved everything you want to achieve. This is the you that is happy, that is boundless, that is complete. And this is this you right now is looking back at the October 14th, 2020 version of yourself. And you look back at this version of yourself and you see the beauty in this person. They are flawed, but they are relentless. They are human, but they are persevering. Understand that this person, this current self, this you right now, is worthy of your love, your respect, and your gratitude. I want you to come from that space where you are very grateful for them, where you can see, even though they are not perfect, they are perfect the way it is, the way they are. They're perfectly imperfect. And look at all the things that this person is striving for. Look at all of that points. And from that space of gratitude, we're going to write a thank you note. Okay, so when you write it with me, first write the name, or write the date. It can be 31st December 2020, or it can be 31st December 2021. It is entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm going to write myself as 31st December 2020. Do it now. Followed by a very short note. Your name, comma, thank you for staying joyfully committed. As a result, we have ... Felix, thank you for staying joyfully committed. As a result, we have ... Okay? Then list down between 3 to 10 intentions that you want to get done by the end of this year or the end of next year. You can decide 3 to 10 things that you want, that you hold most dear to you, that is the most important thing to you right now. Is it about income? Is it about familial relationships? Is it about romantic relationships? Is it about your vocation? Is it about your purpose in life? Or is it maybe perhaps areas of spirituality? Right? So think in terms of your person, the people around you, and your placement. Where are you? How are you spending your days? How are you spending your money? How much money are you making? Whatever it is that you hold most dear in your life right now, write 3 to 10 of them down. I'm going to give you guys some time while I'm doing it myself. Are you done? So this thing here, the reason why we write it down every single day is because we want to make sure that we remember. So even if as an example, I've been doing this for over a half a year now, and despite having done this for over half a year, I still need to refer to my previous one to remember, because it is so easy for us to forget our intentions. So now that we've done this one, we're gonna talk about the daily intention. So this daily intention, extremely powerful again. It is a matter of, in order to accomplish all of these things, all right, all these things that we written down, what are 1 to 3 most important things that must be done today? Controllable things. Because we can't control what we can't control, there's no point in being bothered about it. But what is it that you can control? 1 to 3 things. So today, my day is going to be pretty hectic. I have appointments with 4 coaches. And the reason why is because I wanted to work on my interpersonal skills. And, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the feelings, right? So the reason why is because I think this week I have lost 3 friends. I am not too bothered about it, because I think they don't really see me as friends in the first place. But, so I have this idea that I want to work on my interpersonal skills so much. I want to be so diplomatic that even if people hate me, they can't help but to be okay, you know? So it's like when I interact with them, they don't feel hurt, you know? Because right now, the way I am, right, it's like when I talk to people, I kind of kill the ego. Not that I want to. I don't intend to do anything like that. I'm just pointing out certain things. This. But it come across as very abrasive. As you can tell by now, like when I talk over here, I'm not really an abrasive person, but there's no filter in my mouth. So when I say, it's just like that. So even with my tonality and whatever not, it is being perceived in a very different way. So I want to work my interpersonal skills, and this is a very important thing to me right now, especially to my goals. And I think that what is holding me back the most is actually things like this. So with that being said, those are my connect with coaches and re-record the journaling process. So now the legacy task, which is the same. Back going to number 1, re-record the journaling process. Sometimes it will be different. So legacy tasks are the tasks that you do to help you make more time in the future. So once I finish the recording the journaling process, I don't have to personally speak out all these things. Then I can rest while I just play a video for you guys to watch, while I go and write down my stuff, Then I can spend more time thinking, which is great. I can then organize more stuff. Then question. What is one big question? Yesterday I encountered a good question, which caused me to like that a little bit. So let me see if I can remember the question. The question is something along the lines of how can I allow myself to treat people who are unconscious with love. Or better yet, how can I include? Because our capacity to love is dictated by our capacity to include. How can I see? Can I see unconscious people as being a part of myself? Yeah, that will be my question for today. That is all the life journaling process. It is now time to get back to work. MCO is back. We all gotta buck up. We gotta do whatever needs to be done in order to survive. I hope to hear good news from you guys. I hope that you guys are safe. You guys are all right. You guys have taken care of your income and so on. And until then, I shall end today's call, and I'll see you guys tonight at 6:45 p.m. as usual. In the meantime, stay true to yourself. Bye.